Hey guys, Cobra here, and I'm doing a review on the MP5 in Battlefield 3. And I'm doing a review of the MP5 because there's the second gun that I unlocked other than the FAMAS. I'm waiting to get the PP19, but it's taking me quite some time to get it because I have to do 2 hours in Kirkland, and I haven't done 2 hours yet for some reason. Strange it is, and I got all these gameplays saved up on my hard drive. But so far, what I can tell you guys about the gun, it's really easy to use. And the only tips I have for this gun is it doesn't have too much accuracy, so you want to not spray a lot and try to keep 2 to 3 shots on your enemy and try to stay on target because you need to be, a little bit accurate in order to kill somebody. But so far, this gun is great. It really does outdo itself, in games of Rush and Team Deathmatch, but not so much for Conquest when there's so much area to really cover because it's a submachine gun. It's not a light machine gun. It's not an assault rifle, so you're gonna have some trouble at very long ranges. But that's with just about every gun. And I unlocked the MP5, and strange as it was, I unlocked it with the 6x scope, which I wasn't gonna use at all. I didn't even bother because it made no sense. It's a submachine gun. Why would it have a 6x scope? I don't know. Maybe you guys can beast with that 6x scope. I don't know if I was the only one that unlocked it like that. It might have been a glitch or what it was, but it was really strange to me. But the iron sights are amazing. I mean, I'd rather use the iron sights than the red dot, but the red dot does add a little bit of accuracy because it has that placement, that little dot in the middle, so you could actually pinpoint and kill your enemies. And so far I'm loving the maps, even though I don't have the names back down in my head, and I can't remember most of the maps I played, but this map seems like it's from Battlefield 1941 or something like that, the Xbox Live arcade game. It seemed like it, but it was a lot bigger, and it had this area right here. But I'm really glad that Battlefield re-released this map. It feels genuine. It feels great, especially with the little beach areas, and you can use the boats on the sides. It's amazing. I mean, this is probably one of the best maps that I played so far because there's so much open area, and there are tight corners, and that's what I love about this Battlefield game. Is because it mixes and matches. You're not always in a long sight, so it does make good for players who want to rush in, and there are long range sites that you can post up in. There's a lot of spots that you can post up with sniper rifles, and I want to unlock the sniper rifles. I want to unlock everything, but there's not enough time in a day, there's not enough hours in a day to do all that. So I'm going to unlock the PM19 or something like that next, and it's gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna definitely get you guys some gameplay of it. I know one of my subscribers asked for it, so that's gonna be on my next review. And the MP5 so far, I've been using it, and I've been I've been doing pretty well actually, and I've been leveling up a lot. I don't know if it's because I've been playing, but I leveled it up, and I'm hoping I unlock something else so I can show you guys gameplay with that as well. And so far, I like the assignments, but they kind of do take a while to get to. It's a really smart and genius way of doing it, and I really like it. But it takes, for the MP5 or the PM19, it takes too long to get to that weapon because you have to do 2 hours in Kirkland, and you have to plant 10 MCOMs. The 10 MCOMs is nothing. You could do that in a day, probably 4 hours or something like that, but the 2 hours is kind of a long time, and a lot of these maps don't, you don't stay in the same maps after every game, and the next map is probably not going to be a new one, and I see that a lot. I mean, I join a lot of games, or you have to join a server in order to stay on the same map, and I don't like joining servers because I lag too much in them, and I don't find a lot of servers that are near my location. But overall, I did get some gameplay for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the MP5 and what I was able to do with it. And you guys don't really need too many tips with it because, like I said, it's an easy gun to use. And I think some of you guys might prefer the iron sights over the red dot because the red dot, it has too much bounce in it, and I don't, I think it's a lot easier with the iron sights because it doesn't add too many bounds or too much recoil to it. And this guy should have definitely caught me, but he had a pistol in his hand and he was trying to snipe. But yeah, this was one good spot to hold down, but I ended up jumping off to my death. And in this next gameplay, I was having some trouble with my teammates because nobody really wanted to run the engineer class, and nobody wanted to take down the tanks that was destroying most of us. And I got killed, I think, twice by the tank, and it took that, 2 times for me to realize that nobody else is trying to take it down, because every time I look at the tank, it's always got full health, and it's always got people in it, so nobody's really taking it down, and they were doing some massive damage. And it's not something I like to see my teammates do, but I had to step up a little bit and go after the tanks because I wanted to get the MCON stations. I wanted to plant the 10 MCON stations so I could get the PM19, but they were making it really hard on me. And yeah, but the MP5, it has the last bullet, it has the magic bullet in it or something like that, because my last bullet always end up killing my enemy. And after I'm spraying somebody, or if I'm really shooting somebody and they're ducking around a corner, it's always the last bullet right before I reload that kills them. And it's actually pretty funny because it's just about every game that magic bullet that kills everybody. But yeah, so far I unlocked the MP5 and the FAMAS, and the FAMAS is the strongest assault rifle right now that I see, but I might be wrong. I don't know. I can't really tell. It feels like it does take my enemies down in 1 to 2 shots. I have some gameplay that I should definitely upload to you guys with the FAMAS, because I think I was playing the Kirkland map, and long range I was taking people out in 2 shots, and you could see it. I was only shooting twice and they're going down, and there weren't headshots. So that just tells you something about that gun. I mean, and I did a review on the FAMAS. It's a weapon that's kind of hard to use but very rewarding. And the MP5, it's good for myself because I'm a rusher and I'm an engineer, right? Because it's my favorite class to really run, and I like to run up in there and destroy vehicles. I love destroying vehicles, and it's what I do. So it really helped me out in my games because I wasn't forced to use the P90 or the UMP45, and I didn't want to use the PDW because I use that gun a lot, and I get a lot of kills with it. I like that gun. I really love the PDWR. It's a really good gun, but I wanted to use something different, and unlocking the MP5 was the second gun that I thought I could do. So here it is, and it is a pretty good gun. You guys should definitely go out there and get the 10 repairs on the on your teammate's vehicle, and the 1 engineer or engineer tool kill. And the engineer tool kill, it's very easy to get. If there's a lot of snipers on the enemy team, try to find where they're posted up and try to flank them, and try to and when you have the engineer tool, point at their head. Do not point at their body. You're not gonna get it's gonna take too long for it to kill them, and they might turn around and just kill you. So those are my tips to getting it. It shouldn't be too hard for you guys. You should be able to get it in about 2 hours. That's how long it took me, or probably even less. It only took me 1 game to get it, but it should take you guys even less. It should be pretty easy. Hope you enjoyed this commentary. Peace.